Hello and welcome. This is Cosmic Greninja, and I wanted to try something different than what I've done so far. We'll see how well it goes. Um, I'm still in the works of recording and putting together some episodes of playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. That should be out. I want to say the first week in January. I believe is when I have it scheduled to come out. Yeah, I my recordings are not in order of when they appear on the channel, so I do apologize for that. So if it's already out, and I hope you're enjoying it, but I wanted to try a little bit something different and go over Pokemon that I liked, that were my favorites. So with that being said, unlike my gameplay where I go silent for a little bit, this is going to be me rambling on for a little bit. So I do hope you like, and I hope you subscribe. Please leave a comment below of what you like and if you think I'm doing good. Um, so we'll go ahead and get started. Now, I went ahead and put together the chart to kind of see how it looked and see if I needed to move anything. Um, and there are some that will have to move, but they move in Generation 2, if that makes sense. Like Crobat, for example. This is Generation 1, and this is my opinion about those Pokemon. I have listed under the will not ever use or dislike section, and I know the colors are off. I gave up trying to change those colors. They just don't, you know, we're just going to ignore the colors. I might give it a try on the next one. Um, I have Zubat and Golbat listed as will never use. That's not entirely true because I do like Crobat and I will use Crobat, but Crobat did not exist in Generation 1. So therefore, this is based on only Pokemon that existed in Generation 1. Okay? With that being said, my all-time favorites, this is my opinion, and some of you are probably going to go, really? Bellsprout? Yes, I like Bellsprout. I think it's a poor, sad little Pokemon that does not get enough attention. And anyway, we'll get there. So, starting with Squirtle, obvious reasons, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise were my favorite Generation 1 starter. That's the one I chose to start with, generally all the time. Occasionally I did choose Bulbasaur, especially if I wanted to have Gyarados on the team, or Lapras, or Vaporeon. So I would choose Bulbasaur, because if I chose Squirtle, I was probably going to have Bellsprout on my team. I know it's not that great. I know it's sad, but I liked it. So, yeah. Pidgeot, and Pidgeotto, or I know I said those out of sequence, but that bird I liked. Don't get me wrong, Pharaoh, great Pokemon. I do like it. In Generation 1, though, I didn't like it that much, and it had a lot to do with the sprite. Okay, remember, Generation 1 came out when I was a little child in the 80s, I believe. Maybe early 90s, but still a child. So, I remember Generation 1. I started with Generation 1 blue. What did I have? No, I had blue. Because then I got fire red. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, back to this. Sandshrew, Slash. I like that Pokemon. I think it's pretty cool. Not like a permanent team member, but pretty good team member. Rowlet and Arcanine, obviously permanent team members in Generation 1. I never chose Charmander in his line. I did not care for Charmander, even in Generation 1. I know I'm speaking blasphemy to a lot of people, and I apologize. But this is my opinion. Let's see. Poliwhirl and his line are good Pokemon. I do like using them. I'd have them with a keyboard. That's for the fighting aspect. I'd have them on just regardless. I never really got to the third form. Didn't keep them long. And same with Dewog and, you know, is it Seal? Man, I haven't played Generation 1 in a while. But yeah, I've already spoken my piece about Bellsprout. Magnemite, wow, I must be tired. Do apologize, guys. I like this little electric Pokemon. I thought it was pretty neat. So yeah, he was on my team even before Magnezone existed. I liked Farfetch. I thought Farfetch was amazing. Yes, I do realize it was a hard Pokemon to find in Generation 1. But if I did come across it by mistake, generally, I did put him on my team. Ghastly and Haunter. You'll notice that Gengar is not listed. Okay? Anything that required trading to evolve it, like Alakazam and the Macho Champ guy and Golem and Gengar, sadly, or I'm just neutral about because I didn't have the ability to trade those Pokemon. I never got to play them in Generation 1. I never got to use them. It wasn't an option. I grew up in a very small rural town. And Pokemon in my town, I mean, yeah, there's people that played, but it wasn't like you could run right over. And odds are some people had the same Pokemon in. So, because some of them I remember back then used to be game exclusive to one set or the other. So, if you didn't have it, they needed it. Odds are you weren't getting it back. And having a Ditto on your team back then didn't really make much difference. Because breeding, I don't think it existed in Generation 1. So, that was even more fun. So, completing the Pokedex back then was work. Lots and lots of work. So, moving on. We're not going to talk about the Ghastly line. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Starmie and Staryu. Yes, I know it's in my sequence. I thought they were pretty cool Pokemon. I would use them regardless who I chose as my starter, or if I even kept my starter on my team. Sometimes I would box my starter and use a different water Pokemon. It just, see what they could do, kind of thing. Eevee, I like more than Pikachu, so yes, I will I'm all-time favorite. And it's mostly because what Eevee evolved into is why it's my all-time favorites. I didn't choose any of the 3 evolved forms put here because of the fact that I couldn't really decide which one was my favorite. Well, I mean, Umbreon. I mean, Espeon. Seriously. Sylveon's pretty good too. I like those 3. But they weren't a choice then. And then there's Scyther. Yes, I realize Scyther's a bug Pokemon. And I know bug Pokemon in Generation 1. But it is what it is. Alright. I'm going to kind of skim over the next 2 sections because it's kind of like they could be interchanged. It really doesn't matter where they went. Really could have just gotten rid of the whole 2 sections, but we'll use together because it's basically the same. Bulbasaur, Weedle, yeah. Vulpix, Abra. Obviously, I hated Magikarp. Magikarp probably down below somewhere in the land of never to be seen. Yeah, will not ever use. I hated Magikarp. I would literally go looking for a Gyarados. I just Lapras, three evolutions, Aerodactyl. I liked Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite. That was my favorite dragon. To me, that was a dragon. Charizard, pain in the butt. And then there's Caterpie, Butterfree, Weedle, whatever. We already talked about Pikachu. Let's see, Nidoran and Nidoran. This Generation 1 was the first games to introduce genders, but not all Pokemon were showed genders in the game, even though they eventually would all have a gender. Well, most. I don't think Muck and Grammar have a gender, or the Voltron line. Or Mewtwo. Yeah, black and white. Sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning a lot today. Man, I need to get some sleep. Let's see. But Nidoran and Nidoran, I like this Pokemon. You can find them pretty early on if you know which route to go to. And they are very good to have on your team. So I have used them. Um, Dugtrio and Dugtrio are split. I never kept Dugtrio on long enough to get Dugtrio. So therefore I don't really have used them. So that's why they're not together. Graveler and Geodude, obviously everyone has used Marowak. Oh. Crocodile, yeah, I've used them. They're good. Rhydon, whatever. Anyways, those two boxes can be interchanged. No big deal, right, guys? Neutral. Those Pokemon I would have gone on my way to catch or wish I had someone to trade with to get them. So that's why they're in that pile. And then the list of Pokemon I did not like. Now, this list is a little bit biased, and let me explain a little. In Generation 1, there wasn't obviously that many Pokemon that I disliked. Because of one, I never caught Coughing. Or Jinx. Or Lickitung, or whatever it's called. I never caught those. And I never caught these two right here. These two, these two, these two, and I never even bothered trying to ever catch these guys. So, yeah. So with that being said, some of them in the dislike pile is kind of skewed. It's based on opinions I've seen of these Pokemon since Generation 1. Charizard and its entire line, to me, has been shoved into almost every Pokemon game except for Pokemon Black and White, where you literally had them at the beginning of the game almost. And it's annoying. Game Freak, stop it. Yes, we are coming up on the eve of hopefully news about the remakes of Generation 5, or whether or not we have another Legends game. Like I said, these videos were made before January, mid-December. So a lot of my videos in January I started working on in December, guys, because I took a week off around Christmas. I just wanted to make sure I didn't lose track or steam on this. So, anyways, but yeah, these Pokemon, Rattata, obviously, he's just annoying. And I didn't realize how annoying until Generation 8. No, 7. And the Alola form of Rattata. Oh my god. Zubat is annoying because up until Woobat and Swoobat and Noivern and Noibat, that was the only bat. So it obviously got bumped down. And I never caught Psyduck. I never caught Jigglypuff. I would catch Macho, Machamp, and whatever they're called. I never kept them on my team. I didn't care for them. Really didn't. Slowbro, Slowking, Slowpoke, annoying Pokemon. Grimer and Muck. Yeah. Onyx. I used Onyx on my Let's Go playthrough, and I liked it, but I didn't use it on my Generation 1 Pokemon playthrough because I could never catch it. To be fair, getting Pokeballs in Let's Go is easy. Getting Pokeballs in Generation 1 on Pokemon Blue was a pain in the rear. Hypno and Drowsy, Krabby and, Krabby, Voltrobe, Ultra Blow, Execute, and all them. I really didn't really make much effort catching you the last few on here. So, with that being said, I honestly, I think we should move on to Generation 2. So, let's go ahead and do that. So, moving on to Johto 2, I haven't filled this one in. Because there wasn't a lot of new Pokemon in that game, because they pulled a lot of Generation 1 Pokemon. So this is going to be quick, because I didn't develop my rule about using new Pokemon in each generation that are new to that generation on my first playthrough. So, Generation 2 didn't have many perks. For obvious reasons, we're going to just throw Cyndaquil and his entire line here. And we're going to throw Chikorita and his entire line here. Totodile, obviously, here. And Century, I have no opinion about. Hoot, I have no opinion about. And didn't care for Letterman and Letterbug. I liked Spinarak and Gyarados. I did not keep them on my team the entire game. They pretty much got replaced pretty quickly. But it didn't take long to evolve Spinarak. I also won't be putting any Mega Evolutions or Dynamax mode Pokemon or any of that. These are their just plain forms. Crobot, I explained that in Generation 1's, the first half of the video. So, I didn't care for Lantern. Pichu, that one, no. That one, no. That one, heck no. I do not like Togepi or its evolved forms. Mantu, no mixed feelings about that. Same with Marie, but its evolution line. Although, I did like Amber, so it's gonna go up there. No strong feelings. No strong feelings. Don't like Sudowoodo. No strong feelings. I did not like this Pokemon. Oh. I like Ambipom or Ambipom better. But its evolved form doesn't come until later. Did not like Sunfern or Sunflora. Or, really, that was meh. I didn't care for Wooper. Like Sire. Obviously, the evolved forms, Umbreon and Espeon, I like a lot. So they're going up here. Goodbye, Huntscrow, or whatever you are. Same with you, Slowking. I did like Mischievous. Did not like the Unknown. I like the Unknown because it took forever to catch the Unknown. The neutral areas were also one for Pokemon I never caught or ever So, no strong feelings at the moment. Dun Sports doesn't get much opinion from me until Generation 9. Last score I like. Did not care for Steelix. Did not care for this. For that. I really hated this Pokemon Generation Legends. Just gonna say that now. Prepare yourself for the negativity of my opinion on that one. I liked that. Did not like Shekels. Like Heracross. Sneasel was okay. And it's because some of these took forever to catch. And that's generally why I didn't like them or use them or anything. Worcela's not bad. I never used this. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Have used that. I do like them. I did manage to get a Kingdra by mistake one time. Long story short, I didn't need a trick for that. And every time I see Smeagol, even though it was introduced in Generation 2, even to this day, I have a memory lapse with it and think it's Generation 3. I really do. So, yeah. The fighting trio Pokemon and the babies I didn't care for. Um, Add a row below. We're going to go here. We're going to name this here. Never. And here's why. Doink! I this I definitely know. I never caught Celebi. Oh, so yeah. I didn't like the dragon forms. Uh, I like these. I would go on my way to catch them. So that being said, that is my Generation 2 um choices. I don't like Miltank. It's stupid with me. Oh, so you all remember how annoying that Miltank was. That's why I go at above their level by at least 2 to 3 levels all the time. I don't have repercussions in this game. Well, but yeah, these are my Generation 1 and 2. And the thing is, I don't have really any strong ties to any of them, even though I started with Generation 1. The remakes Heart Gold Soul Silver, I like a whole lot better than I did Gold and Silver. Let's see. Pokemon Let's or sorry, Pokemon Yellow, or Pokemon Let's Go Eevee Pikachu versions are really just gimmicky. I did not care for the Let's Go series, and frankly, having another remake of Generation 1 so close to the previous one, which was already close to another one, was just crazy. So, other than that, um, just want to say thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. More videos will come. Like I said, I'm not for sure when this will be uploaded. It's either going to be sometime in December or mid January. Um, I have a lot of ideas and some changes that I'm going to be doing, so after December, the schedule kind of goes wonky a little bit. So bear with me. I hope everyone's enjoying. And yes, there will be more Planet Zoo episodes. I'm even thinking about starting a franchise mode and doing a very slow game. So, um, I've also got some ideas for Jurassic World 1 and 2, um, and then some other spin off 1 or 2 episodes of something else. They won't be a long series, it'll just be 1 or 2 episodes of just some random gameplay to see if they still hold up in 2023, 24. So, I look for all of everyone to join me. Again, thank you for watching. Have a great day. See you next time.